souls, and welcome to Active Kreative Perspectives. I'm Valerie, your guide on this transformative journey where your unique prism of life unfolds in full spectrum. Your perspective is the key to unlocking boundless possibilities that you hold. Get ready for conversation that inspire, inform, and activate your full potential. So here we deep dive using amplification technique to bring subconscious and collective messages to the surface. Creativity becomes a powerful catalyst for change, breaking down barriers and envisioning an unpolarized world that mirrors the full spectrum of society. This is Active Kreative Perspectives podcast, and we are here to celebrate the unique voice that you hold. Let's embark on this adventure, and we are starting the season 2, which will unfold with many more interesting people that hold this beautiful, unique perspective that I would love to share during these episodes. So, if you are interested to become a speaker for perspectives, please join us or just follow all our Spotify and Apple episodes, um, and also our Instagram account, YouTube channel, Facebook, LinkedIn. So, my name is Valerie, and if you're familiar with me, I have a Ukrainian background. I live in Australia for the last 18 years, and during this experience of life, I have came to a very strong understanding that I do want to help connect people with themselves through creativity. And creativity comes in so many shapes and forms that we are not bounded to any frameworks. And that's why when I created Active Kreative as a company, as a business, a main goal and direction that was important for me is to bring any creative mediums together. Uh, People that share the same vision with me, and people that believe that by connecting with each other, we're actually creating this society. And it's in our hands of what we create. So during this first episode, I have been so blessed to have the most amazing people coming and, fulfilling my life as I hope they did yours. And I've met people through the podcast, and also I have become friends after I had a podcast with people that I already knew. Because when we dive into the simple question of what do you think the future looks like, and you share your perspective on it, and I hear it, it makes me realize there's so many perspectives um, and perceptions of life that everyone holds. And when we share them, we just start feeling a little bit more connected and understanding the life better. So it's same in this season 2. I would love to, have a courage to invite people that hold a very different perspective to mine, and then still guide them to really open them up. I'm not a professional speaker. I'm not a professional presenter. I never was speaking at all. And thankfully to my mentor, I would say Corey McDonald, and then people that came along like Marisa Fontana, that's going to be on the first episode of season 1. I ended up having this podcast as well because Corey, during our sessions, she actually unpacked that I had a very strong fear in my throat chakra, of not talking, not speaking up. And when we unpacked it and took it out of my body through tapping and art, as usual, I have opened that uh, ability to speak, but I haven't learned how to yet, and that's my journey. As my little one, she's currently 1.5. She is learning to speak, and I learn to speak with her. And she is encouraging me to understand that you can be, over 35 and you still need to learn how to speak what you feel. So this is the journey that uncovers everyone else when they speak up. So I speak through them, sharing my perspective of life through sharing their perspective. And at the moment, my next phase is to actually start making a point and showing what's my perspective of life is, apart from helping others to see their own. And the work of connecting to yourself that I'm doing, and helping others to connect to themselves is a transformative journey to unpack who you really are through little steps without taking a big retreat, leaving everything behind, but actually doing it during your daily life when you are have responsibilities, you dealing with financial pressures through your family, your relationship. It's all part of the journey of transformation. And when you have ability to use it as your opportunity to open up and expand on everything that comes your way, I guess that's my transformative journey. And what I like to do is to help others to also reflect on their journey of life, because we should not just wait for getaway and retreat or another holiday to think about your life. To stop, we can actually do it during the work, during picking up schools, during making dinners, and have time to reflect. So the more you practice it, the more you go inwards and just stop yourself of overthinking and making plans, but connect to what are you actually feeling, where do you feel it in your body, and then practice that daily. So in the season 2, I would love to bring that question to everyone else that's come to the podcast, as I did with Marisa Fontana, as I did with Maria Davis. And what are the rituals that they practice, and how do they have these practical tools to use in their transformative journey, through life that they have been through, that help me or you to reflect on these little steps that we can do. And it's not that you do it and then you hear it and then you do it every day and you understand it and you remember it. It's a practice of reminding yourself. We're not uncovering anything new here. Life has been on earth for billions of years, and it's just a reminder to to stop yourself. And that's why this podcast helps, when you just stop for a moment to listen to the podcast, and then for the next probably 3 5 days you do it. And that's the benefit that you gain from it. You don't always set it up in your daily routine for the rest of your life, and you become disciplined in achieving this. That would be amazing. And I'm so fascinated by people who do that, who create that structure, that they start meditating in the morning and they have that ritual, and it keeps going even if they sick, if kids are sick. So I'm not that person. I do jump up and down, and my practice is always coming back to art, because art is where I find my reflection and connection to myself. And the whole journey that I have is keep reminding of how to go back to your tools that you have. It doesn't have to be art, it could be music, it could be dancing, it could be singing, it could be cooking. It is all part of creative nature that we hold. And I guess when we are in a growth and expansion, we easily understand this and we get into that creative flow. But when we are in fight or flight mode or freeze, um, it becomes feeling impossible to do it. And that's why little coping mechanism, little strategies that I practice and I teach during our creative workshops with everyone and people who come to my events and masterclasses. This is all little things that, 5 minutes, 10 minutes there, 1 hour there, and you are reconnecting with yourself. You feel empowered and you can go back into your creation mode, into your expansion mode, attraction mode, and activation mode. So, as most of you are aware, I am doing work with Ukrainian refugees, and it's ongoing. And the more we do this work, the more reassurance I have, an ability to create this world and society that we live in. We don't need to change everything dramatically. Just do your little thing and acknowledge yourself for it. So, with the work with Ukrainian refugees, we have been doing a second round of intakes, and now we getting into the third round of intakes. So basically what we do is in Melbourne we do creative art therapeutical support group for the refugees that are trying to integrate and find a new home while their homes has been bombed. Most of the people that come to the sessions have little or nothing to come back to, and they live in a freeze mode without having awareness of it. Um, and when they come to the session, the realization that there's a lack of peace in their life comes through, or emotions release comes through, and that's where the work start within. So the recognition that their state is a freeze mode is a big one, and from there, they strive to get into that peace. And I give them coping mechanisms, somatic work, breath activities, and of course communication, and talking to us, talking to the group, supporting each other, feeling you're not alone. And it doesn't have to be tragic, it doesn't have to be life threatening to stop and ask for support. So I am welcoming you all to contact me, share your thoughts on how creativity helps you and what are the ways that you use it in your daily life with your mental health. I believe this new mental health awareness is huge. We are going into a new reality of more conscious activation, realization, and letting go of ancestral past within us, which leads us to be more present with ourselves. And I am here to do the work to help you through showing my tools. And I guess that's why I came to this earth. I came with a natural talents, which I've used in advertising and marketing for most of my life. And now I'm transitioning into using these talents into actually bringing society to the peace and happiness within themselves. And it doesn't have to look like a pretty picture. It can look like a 5 minutes of just feeling present and peaceful within yourself without noticing any pains or struggles, but then it doesn't have to stay. Or it's ideal world that we would love to live is not for fun. If you live in peace all the time, there's no excitement. So we should have excitement, but doesn't have to come in pain and struggles. It's up to us. So yes, so this is all the work that I do, and I please would love you to follow me on social media, and please contact me. I feel really lonely sometimes, and if you have a chance to message me on Instagram and share your thoughts or ask me questions, please feel free to do that. So, welcome to the season 2. And I'm looking forward to all these beautiful people that come through. And there's no particular framework, again, for the speakers. It's about sharing your perspective on life. And thank you all.